So very good morning from the beautiful Herd Groin Pier. This is my Sony Alpha 7R5. And I've had this for about 1 year now. But there is one particular feature that I absolutely love. And it's made my photography so much easier, especially as I'm now getting on in years. Join me and I will explain why. So next month I'll be 58 years old. And as you can see, I'm probably not in the prime or as fit as I should be. But there is a reason for that, and that's 30 years ago I had a serious accident whilst working on a cruise ship that really screwed up my right knee. It means for the last 30 years that I've been a lot less mobile than I could have been, and it also affects my photography. Getting down on my knee is actually really difficult. Getting down low and getting back up can be a problem. Now, I'm sure, yes, I could get fitter, but that issue would still exist. Getting down low, getting down into awkward positions, I really struggle with it. That's why when I bought this, I didn't realise that one feature of it would be an absolute game changer for me. It's a feature that Sony really touted when they sold this camera. It's nothing to do with the 61 megapixel sensor. It's nothing to do with the AI autofocus. This is a brilliant camera, but the one thing that really has made a difference for me is this. It's the magical articulating screen that this Sony Alpha 7R5 has, and as far as I'm aware, is still relatively unique to this camera. I'm sure other camera companies are catching up. I'm sure it's going on to other Sony cameras, but it has made such a difference to me. Let me explain why. First of all, you've got the ability to flip it out like this and flip it around like that. That's very often the case on many cameras. However, what you can't do on many cameras is flip it back like this and then flip it up like that. That's the game changer. I can now get down really low, get the camera down to the ground, perhaps on a tripod down low, and still see the screen really easily. Now, other cameras do that, but then they won't flip out the other way. Conversely, I can actually bring it round this way and have it looking down like that. And that means I can hold it up high and get shots above my head that look really good. Now, obviously, if you're following me on YouTube, which you should be, you will know that I shoot a lot of video using this camera. So the ability to flip this screen out facing me is absolutely brilliant, whilst being able to go out and do photography using the other modes. The articulation of this screen has made absolute game-changing differences to me. But beyond the basic functions, when you're, for example, shooting from a tripod and you want to get into awkward positions, you can move this pretty much anywhere you want it to be. It's absolutely fantastic. Down low, you can hang the camera upside down from the tripod, flip the screen this way and still see what you're doing. Now, this camera has a lot of foibles, and I did a video last year about some of the annoyances of this camera. I'll leave a link in the description below for that. But beyond that, it's an absolutely brilliant camera, and it is absolutely made by this screen. Ergonomics are so important in cameras. Being able to hold a camera, feel it well. I'm not saying the ergonomics on this camera are absolutely perfect. Its grip is a little bit harsh. It's quite heavy, especially with a hefty lens on it. But the ability to use a camera quickly and efficiently is the absolute key to photography. Being able to go from viewfinder quickly down, flipping open a screen, getting down low, it's just fantastic. As I mentioned, being a YouTuber, being able to see myself, position myself for decent shots is absolutely key. If you saw the videos that I did about shooting on my dad's camera, and again I'll leave links in the description for those, you'll know that I shot a lot of those on this at a wide aperture, given a nice soft background and given a kind of cinematic feel to the actual video. That screen flipped around bright enough for me to be able to see myself as I shot those videos, allowed me to position myself creatively into a good composition and added to the videos. Now, being able to see yourself when shooting YouTube videos is absolutely vital. At the moment, obviously, I'm not shooting with this, but I'm shooting my little Pocket 3. The camera has a tiny little screen, but it's big enough and bright enough for me to be able to see myself. And of course, with the camera actually being on a gimbal, it can rotate round and I can see myself. So being able to see yourself while shooting YouTube videos is absolutely vital. So in the future, I intend to do another video talking about the things that I like and dislike about this camera. I've had it about a year now. It's been overall absolutely fantastic. There are some issues that still drive me nuts. I've talked about them before and I will talk about them again, plus some other issues that I've found since then. However, there are some brilliant features about this camera, and this flip screen, this rotating articulating screen, is by far the most important of them. Is there a particular LCD screen that you really love, or perhaps drives you nuts? I've had one or two cameras where the screen absolutely drives me nuts. There's an issue with this one which drives me nuts. If I turn the screen around as if to close it with the back facing out like that, and then go to use the viewfinder, it takes 4 or 5 seconds for the viewfinder to fire up. It drives me nuts, and I have no idea why that is. So basically you have to flip the screen back outwards, and then when you bring it up to your eye, of course your nose is going on the screen and you're getting all the residue on the screen from your nose. So it's just a strange way of doing things, but overall, a brilliant camera. Now, if you've got a Sony Alpha A7RV, let me know in the comments. Let me know how you enjoy the screen. If you've got a different camera, let me know how you get on with the screens on those cameras. There's been cameras that I've used that have driven me nuts. There's been cameras that I've really liked, but this LCD screen has been the absolute pinnacle for me. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, a thumbs up would be absolutely brilliant. A subscription would be even better. And if you've got any suggestions about what you would like to know more about the Sony Alpha A7RV, again, put those in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.